What you're seeing here is the remarkable bipartisan support on where China is headed in the US and Australia. I mean, we have for a long time wanted to see China as we'd hoped it'd be. Now we're having to deal with it as it is, and it's not good. We're seeing in Australia industrial scale espionage, interference, cyber interference. Our parliament's been hacked, the Bureau of Meteorology has been hacked. We're seeing human intelligence gathering, and we're seeing influence and information operations. And we're seeing the return of an old art, and that is the art of political warfare. And democracies are not very good at talking about issues like political warfare or even understanding that you can be in a competition or a contest before bullets start flying. We're having to relearn that. We're starting to understand where to draw boundaries, where to push back. And I think the other lesson we're drawing out of this too is our political institutions, which have been so very strong and delivered a period of prosperity and success and stability and safety for the last 70 years,
are vulnerable.
They have to be renewed, revitalised, re-energised, and where necessary, reformed.
Interference of the kind of actually planting somebody to run an election is one form of interference. We lived Russian interference, taking advantage of the social media platforms and their accessibility. It was, our election in 2016 between Trump and Hillary Clinton was settled by 78,000 votes spread across 3 US states, 78,000 votes. Hundreds of thousands of social media posts trying to suppress the vote. We're seeing Russian interference, and again, I think the Chinese are fully capable of employing these tactics as well, especially seeing that they're working.
Well, Trump actually says they did that in the 2018 congressional election, and to his detriment.
As he would say that,
but you seem to be suggesting he might be right.
What I'm saying is they have a particular dog in the fight, and Trump's worldview, where he pulls out of U.S. leadership in the world and rips up agreements with our closest allies, that's in Russia's interest. They see our domestic divisions in the U.S. as making Russia stronger. And if I may just add one last thing, because we tend to, the bright, shiny object is an election in this conversation. But what Russia's doing in the U.S. right now is actually interfering on the pro-gun control side of our domestic debates day to day, and the pro-National Rifle Association, the anti-gun control, pro-life, and pro-choice. They like widening societal divisions, and I think you could see something similar, again, seeing that these kinds of things are working from China.
The best way we can protect ourselves, protect our political parties, and much more importantly, our whole democracy, is to have a healthy and well-functioning democracy, and that means all of us have to do our part. Politicians have to do our part. We have to do better than following the law. We have to be strong and show an example of independence and integrity. It means our media have a really strong role to play in scrutinising our democratic institutions and any effort of foreign interference. It also means our citizens have a role to play. If you think that democracy is not good enough now, if you think that politics is not as you want it to be, then you have to be part of it. You have to participate to change it, to be more like the country that you want to grow up in and be part of.